Kids are coming back now. Are you Chengdu? No, this is Hangzhou. Hangzhou. We're still in Hangzhou. Yes, Diane. Yeah. Enjoy your time with your kid. I mean, literally tomorrow, because right now today is 27th, right? But tomorrow is Brian's birthday. So actually this year we're going to bring him to the Disneyland. So tomorrow same time, we will try to, take ask for like a short day break from his teacher. Making gumbo color grain to go with our turkey tomorrow. Yeah, like that sounds nice though. Like just your kid and how many people in total in the family? Happy birthday, Brian. Thank you, Diane. Yeah, Brian's birthday is very close to the Thanksgiving. And it's also like his Chinese name is very close to this. I give him this name that just give him back to the people who offer you the help. Let's go this way. Good morning. How you so welcome? Welcome, guys. We got Uncle Auntie right there. Welcome, Tara. Right here. This one here. If you come to China and try to explore this every city, yeah, this is what you get. Aunties, yeah, you will find auntie, uncles almost everywhere. In the morning or like after the dinner. Out of another nice show to Let's See China. Thank you, Tim. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Welcome all the viewers. There you go. What building is that? We're being here before, I think. This is actually, the palace of the Song Dynasty, South Song Dynasty. This is also like city center, old city center. So back then, South Song Dynasty, they have this like a red wall. You guys know the Forbidden City, right? So the Forbidden City also have similar color for the city wall, and that's majorly because South Song, like Hangzhou, was the capital city of South Song Dynasty, and this is what happened. I mean, lots of wives. I would say every emperor, they have lots of wives. That's one thing about the monarchies, right? Every emperor they have lots of wives. Like only after the new China we build up, that you're not allowed to have multiple wives. But almost every every emperor they have multiple wives, of course. Yes. Welcome CC. Welcome everybody. Welcome JhnenVEE. And that's like the corner that always have lots of aunties doing the dance, and sometimes even have the uncles like playing Tai Chi. It's just like Hangzhou is this place that really combine the old tradition and also the new technology, like the DeepSeek, game science, Alibaba. They all come from Hangzhou. Diane. Pick up the stream today. And guys, and take a closer look like that. Grigori, welcome. Now it's like at 10 a.m. But did you notice, Diane, people in the big city, the seniors, they like comes out a little bit late. Like in my hometown, like all the seniors, like they will finish their exercise in the morning around like 9 a.m. already. They wake up at 5, 6 a.m. Bro, why I hit ding waiters? Bro, I accidentally hit like invite ding waiters. Right. In the big city, like uncle, auntie, they comes out a little bit late. And you see on this pathway, you also see this walkers doing the cleaning job. Blanco, walk home. With the heart sack, walk home. Where are you at now? Yes. Blanco? Yes. Where I am? Yes. Yes. No, we've been here several times. See, they're cleaning. This is how people cleaning the street in China, okay? Bro, what is the uncle doing? Uncle is blowing everything. Thank you for fast pop, Zach. Uncle is blowing everything. Did you hear about the fire in Hong Kong? Yeah, I saw that. I mean, you guys can understand that Hong Kong, lots of the building techniques still fall behind. They're still using bamboo to hold that building, and people are talking about the service you'll be getting in Hong Kong now with cheap quality but expensive cost. Like this kind of thing. But yeah, it's just like an accident though. Like but Hong Kong is definitely just too expensive. Too expensive. Life out there shouldn't be that expensive. The hard tour, man. 300 people gone? I didn't know that. Bro, I just saw a little bit about the news. I didn't know there's like people injured. Isn't that building that? No, are you for real? I thought that's a building they're just building up. I thought that's just a building build it up. Bro, how? Ling says, no, Cooper, this is not. This is like the palace of South Song Dynasty. See the old Ling An city, the city gate. Color of that building, yes, this is about 280 missing. I didn't even follow the news, but the guys, like, I know all that. I learned, like, and right now I don't have the time. I have to drove here for like 1 hour. But now we're still inside Hangzhou. Welcome, Steve. Yeah, this is old. You see, like, 南宋中南海夜. So you see Deshou Palace. They don't allow us to do the live stream inside. So there's one time we entered and, you know, they tried to let us go. So this is like the, you know, the tablet that giving out from the government. How old is this place? Like no, this is brand new. Bangkok, they only have the ruin site. So now for the city right now, they rebuild the whole place. It should be from like a 500, 600 years ago, like in Song Dynasty. Always be bounced. Yeah. Yeah, this place. Okay, guys. I'm about to pull out my power bank. You guys know my live stream is just so weird right now that they don't give me, you know, they give this kind of restriction and I cannot remove. I be talking to the customer service for like a month now. They didn't remove. So yeah, let me just put my product link, okay, on the string. So let's see the difference, okay. I really don't want to do this. Remove what? No, the restriction, they gave me a strike, and that's a strike from last year. And I talked to the customer service, they said there's no restriction, but even my campaign is different. Yeah, short power bank. Let me add a power bank now. Usually if we add a power bank, they will be totally different. I really don't want to do this, but you know, you will see the differences. Like right now, our string is not pushed at all. Hold on. Let me ping this. And now you will see. Okay, guys. Dun 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 dun. I got this power bank, guys. We love TikTok Shop. So buying this power bank while you are going to the places, like if you are traveling far away from the home and you might need to, you know, buy this. And this is pretty strong with, we can also, they have like already give you 2 cable. Like this one cable, which brand is called Anchor. It's a little bit expensive, but you know, TikTok Shop is everyone's favorite. Yes, you see, and that's another. Let me just sit right here, okay? Sit right here. See, you can just have a cable like this. And you can also have another cable. They already give you 2 cables. And you can just use this cable to hang anywhere. Like if you have a backpack, you know, it's very easy for you to carry. And they also give you this USB charger port and Type-C another like Type-C port. So yeah, how many? It's 25,000. 25,000. This one's pretty strong, okay, like very convenient. And 25,000 mAh is basically like you can charge like a full 100% for like a 4 times for like an iPhone 16. Tap at from Marky. Yes, guys, welcome. We'll try to get more people join the live stream, okay? So we have to talk something about TikTok Shop. Okay, we like TikTok Shop. C, like yeah, right here. C. Yeah, it's huge because it's like lots of power. So this also can charge your laptop, okay? Like usually most of the power bank, they're not able to charge your laptop. This one is also able, this one is very, it's perfect for your remote, working remotely. Right? Damn. You guys know, like, I just checked my other backup account. I just saw that on the other account I have more campaigns I can join. This account I have none. Like, this is the favorite TikTok shop product I have. Other than let's go get street. Yeah, like we put the link right here, guys. If you need a power bank, try to consider not only this products, all the other products you can also think of. Anker is a pretty good brand right now. They're popping. They're very, they're also come up with lots of like new design too. Usually this is like my everyday power bank right now. You see Anker right here. My God, check out his link to the TikTok shop. Damn. Thank you, Steve. It seems like it's no longer working. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Let's keep going. Maybe I shouldn't be showing this. Let's keep going. So this is the old city gate, and we can go see the front of this building. Okay, this is South Song Dynasty. But the history of Song Dynasty is kind of also humiliating. Okay, that's why I'm a little bit confused. You know, the city of Hangzhou, they're promoting the history of South Song Dynasty. You know why there's a North Song Dynasty and South Song Dynasty? It used to be in the north, but the thing is, like, they got invaded hard from the king. Thanksgiving Eve today. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody, Toy Man. And the capital in the north got destroyed and occupied, and their prince and the previous emperor got captured as a hostage. And the new emperor, he had to escaping from the north and coming to the south and setting up the new palace here. It's called Deshou Palace. So that's why this is a little bit awkward history, like humiliating though. And the whole royal family. What's the dynasty after? They were gangster back in the day. Yeah, I think all the power, like the power that control the city or control the country, they are all gangsters, right? They should be all gangsters. Welcome Russell, welcome Lillian, welcome everybody, welcome Drax Wope. See. So this is like one hall, city hall, that back then. This one right now is an attraction because the Communist Party back then was hosting a meeting here. Hong Kong, Russell. You mean here? Russell? No, this is not Hong Kong. This is in Hangzhou City in China, in mainland. And now we have, you see, this is morning traffic. And can you understand the morning traffic in front of? Take a look. Take a breath. Look at this place. Guys, inside is pretty beautiful, okay? Like this palace, they rebuilt it. And can you imagine, like, if you walk in the city and you got stuck in the traffic in front of the palace like this? It's nice, right? I know. This is Deshou Palace. I mean, maybe you could sneak in Google Glasses. But they were, last time we went in, like, I didn't even talk too much, but they would try to check you. And also, like, if I'm not talking, like, the stream will be too quiet, right? To the bridge. Which bridge? You mean that one? The traffic, like, highway bridge? Yeah, this page. welcome all the viewers. If you like the content, don't forget to hit like or what. Oh yeah. Also the highway. That's like one of the highway bridge too. Like the highway in Hangzhou, you know, is everywhere. In most is like Chinese city, highway is everywhere. Like this is those kind of thing, guys. Is only like if you come to China, you will understand like the size of the city, and you know how many infrastructure we build up inside the city. You know, the tunnel, the bridge. Because I live in America before, so I experienced the differences. Okay, like it's definitely more busier in China. Like during their subway system. Yes, there's like subway everywhere. We have like more than 200 different stops in the city. So usually, as like regular people, like I don't suggest you to drive during the weekday because look at this place, 9:30. Right now it's 10:30 though. Right now it's already 10:30, toy man. Those people are already late to the work. Oh, 9:30. My bad, toy man. 9:30. What I'm doing? It's 9:30. Yes. So I think those are the last batch of people like going to work. They're almost late. They may need to add a car tax so migrate the traffic. No, you know why we have the blue plate and the green plate, Steve. So let me explain, okay? You see the car with a green plate, that's a EV car, and the blue plate, that's a gas car. So the very first time we try to limiting the traffic is to giving people this kind of, you know, if you have like EV car, you're allowed to drive when the EV car first comes out. And if you have the gas car, you have to limit the way you're driving. So you will have, you know, you see the numbers at the end, like if it's like odd number, if you like your number ending in 13579, you cannot drive on like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And if your last digit or last number ends up in 8, like this, 2, 4, 6, 8, even number, and you cannot drive on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And Sunday, everybody are able to drive. Sounds hard to enforce. No, like you will get ticket, okay? Like that's how you know, if they found out you still drive during this day, they will give you the ticket, right? They will give you the ticket. So that's basically what happened here. So yeah, people like try to get through. And this kind of sightseeing page, you also have to reserve, you know, in advance. Like you cannot buy the ticket on site. You have to reserve the palace before we came here. Yeah, you see Teslas everywhere. Range Rover. But they all get like stuck. Like sometimes during in the traffic, it doesn't matter what kind of car you're driving. You'll just get stuck right here. You know the hard Nick? EV car can drive every day. Yeah, DJNY, EV car can drive every day. So that's why you see this city, we have so many EV car. And now we also have a problem here. You have a Rover, Steve? You rich. So EV car policy starting from 2 years ago is no longer working, because after that people drive all the EV cars. You see, like we can just stand in here like counting the license plate, right? License plate, if it's blue, it's like gas car. If it's green, it's the EV car. And you see here, you got more and more people waiting to buy the EV car. So now the policy is no longer working. But that's why, like when I first come back to China, I know the EV car is like popping. But I still think I need to get like a gas car. So I got an Odyssey that which is using gas. So I got a blue license plate. But usually, like for all the young generation right now, like people will choose this kind of like EV car. You see, that's all the green license plate. So if it's green license plate, that's all the EV car. Like blue license plate, that's all the gas car. See, Tesla, EV car, right? The very first batch of Tesla, they're using the blue license plate, because at that time we still don't have enough like EV car. The oil industry here is fighting hard to wipe out EVs. Yeah, of course. Like if they allow the EV car to be on the road, it's an end game for all the oil company. Like, who's going to use that? If you can have like a save lots of like a daily expenses. This is what I think about the capitalism. Like, if you're in the game, I would say like if you are the owner of the oil company, you also don't want that happen, okay? End game either way. But they're trying to block everything, right? So there's another like a bell tower of the city. This is usually, you know, back then you see the palace right here and the bell tower right there, you see? And that's where the old commercial street, we keep going here. So this part is actually the oldest part of the city. We have been to so many places in Hangzhou, right? So this is one of the old part of the city. You get to see this, like cars like stuck in the traffic in front of the palace. But South Song Dynasty is this: they are not good at fighting now. Like they would actually, one thing about the Song Dynasty, okay, they were actually very good at fighting. But do you know how they lose the battle to the people from the north? Is that the emperor only enjoy lovers of fighters. Yeah, you guys see the decoration, all the poetry and all those literature painting they have in the Song Dynasty is a very high level. You know, the art involvement, like evolution, is pretty good. But emperor also addicted to this kind of stuff, so he doesn't have this kind of like a clear judgment about, you know, who's really good to the country, right? So in Song Dynasty, we had this kind of like a very loyal general called JhnenVEE, and you can find his. We set up a temple for him. He was actually, oh my God, beautiful Anthony, welcome. So JhnenVEE is actually pretty good with fighting, and he almost, you know, finished the battle to eliminate the enemy in the north. And then the emperor, he got advice from this kind of like a trader because, you know, they're talking about, look, the general, when he finished the battle, he might be too powerful, and they will try to give the advice to the emperor that, look, this guy might be, you know, harmful to your throne. Like, you know, what if he just like overthrew the government, blah blah blah. So the general JhnenVEE almost finished the attacking from the north, and then he got called back. Like, he got a letter from the emperor. The emperor told him like, look, come back immediately, otherwise I will try to execute like the whole family of your whole family. Usually back then in the ancient time, Chinese family had like a 20-30 people in your family, right? So they're saying like, you know, the emperor will threaten him to come back, but he almost finished the battle. So the guy come back and giving the king people, you know, we call king people, you know, there's some people from the north that occupy the north capital of Song Dynasty. And then JhnenVEE have to come back, and then, you know, giving more time for the king people. And then, you know what, the emperor just sentencing him to death. Like, because he's very patriotic to his country, he's always following the order. He never think about overthrow the government. But the other, you know, governors in the country back then, in the empire back then, they try to set him up. So that's why if we go to the West Lake, there's like one famous temple called JhnenVEE Temple. This is how the people in the next 1,000 years will be trying to remembering that guy. Because, you know, This is also the a way of telling you if in Chinese history or like Chinese mythology, if you are doing good for the society or the other people, you will be remembered as a god. Oh, it's you, Mushroom Boy. It's you. It's me, Mario. Mushroom, welcome. It's me, Mario. So yeah, so this is the capital city of South Song Dynasty. But this just tell you, okay, this place is a retreat, but it's also a failure. Only winners write the history. We have so many population for so long, right? So the thing is that you cannot silence everybody. Okay, one thing about in China, you cannot silence everybody. So if there's like one guy is good, he's doing good job for the whole society. The 1,000 viewer when you went to the Great Wall, 1,000 viewers? No, we got stopped on the Great Wall, but I have 1,000 viewers why enter a church. Welcome, Sadie. Welcome. We're in from the South Song Dynasty. Welcome, Foyside. Welcome, Babby. I got stopped at the Great Wall because I'm too small to have like a live stream on the Great Wall. Thank you for the heart, Sadie. Good morning, Willie. So yeah, this is like a little bit like a historical class. Okay, like even though the palace is beautiful, I will tell you like Song Dynasty have lots of achievement of the arts. Lots of, especially if you go to Japan right now, you see lots of influence. Not only from Song Dynasty, but also mainly from Tang Dynasty. But it definitely influenced lots of the Asia country. Hey, Sadie, welcome. Convert to Japan. Thank you for proper vote, Sadie. Thank you for the heart, Andy. You didn't go to Red Note? No, I have a Red Note account, but yeah, I keep trying on TikTok, but the TikTok do have some problem right now, guys. Now we do have some problem with the TikTok. You're in Beijing? No! Sadie, come on! This is Hangzhou. This is the capital city of the South Song Dynasty. This is their palace. One of this South Song Dynasty palace. And beside the traffic. Top of Great Wall? No, like people are asking about Great Wall. No. The Great Wall was, mainly, the one you guys want come. Is it spelled Hangzhou? Yes, Anthony, it's spelled Hangzhou. Hangzhou. Thank you for that. Thank you for the rose, Andy Yip. Andy Yip, are you new to the... Oh, and you're not new. You're also, real family. Yeah, I did it. Thank you, Anthony. Welcome, guys. Yes. So let's take a look at this place again. Okay. So you see like the size of the capital city back then, because this is like a retreat. Okay. When they set up the capital here, they already lose the capital in the north. So the Song Dynasty is kind of sad because they were supposed to be able to defend themselves. But they fall apart because the whole country is also not so united, and the people who's in power, the emperor, like he's too addicted to this like nice construction, like architecture, paintings and all the stuff, and he don't know how to fight, and he also sentenced the guy, the general who know how to fight to death. Which is like a tragedy, and then he got the whole country suffer. And then you guys know what's the dynasty after the Song Dynasty? It's Yuan. So dominate whole China because Song Dynasty just don't know how to defend and don't know how to maintain the whole country. They do know how to build out this kind of building, but they failed. They failed to the people. But they do have lots of achievement from the art industry. Like if you know anything about Chinese art, right now, like Song Dynasty, Tang Song Dynasty, you know, starting from Tang Dynasty and then Song Dynasty. That's where all those like all the cultural influence came from. Okay, like if you guys see lots of like Eastern, like Asia influence, that's all from that kind of era. And similar architecture, like if you go to Japan, you will also see them like this. Welcome guys. The share Onyx. Thank you for the share. Look at the lantern out there. The only thing is like they're not allow us to go inside, you know, during the live stream. And you guys know what's funny? That guy wears a bald hat. That guy is actually, you guys know the director, right? We have like this kind of director of like each grade in high school. That guy is actually one of the director of my high school, bro. But he doesn't know me. I know him. He's not like teaching me directly, but he's like one of the employees in my high school. Fortnite servers at dawn. That's proof. So that's why you end up on TikTok. Yeah, it is. Maroof, bro. I know like that guy is familiar like when I was in there. And you guys know like in China, like high school is kind of very strict. Like, you know, you are cyber attacking again, aren't you? The Fortnite? What did I do? What, like I cyber attacking you by like spitting to your face? That's how I mean, yeah, maybe that's why I be like spitting to your face, like cyber attacking you, and you keep following me. That's proof. I think that you're not the only one. Thank you for the fast gear, Sadie. Thank you for the fast gear. And with the heart prayer, yeah, guys, don't forget send one heart to join the team. Okay, we need your help, guys. We need your help. We need your help to push the content. And you guys know what's in front of us, right? Like how many people remember that place across the street? Because we've been here several times too. My OG should know that place. That's, you know, after, you know, Song, Yuan, Ming, Qing. Okay, just remember the last four dynasty. It's called Song, Yuan, Ming, Qing. So Song Dynasty is right here. And that building back then is the richest man of the Qing Dynasty. So Qing Dynasty is the last emperor, the last empire of the old China. So that guy hosted a biggest clinic of the old Chinese history. So, you know, pharmaceutical industry. He's selling all the Chinese medicine, and he made a good fortune of it. And also, he's a very patriotic businessman, and he invented lots of like business method too. Thank you for the rose, Andy. Thank you. Let's keep going. See, when you come to here, you have the Deshou Palace Ruin Museum in Shaosong Dynasty, which is this one, right? I mean, we also have like English version though. Like this is Nansong Royal Street pedestrian only, and we keep going right there. That's like Nansong is Shaosong, like Nan is south. So and former resident Hu Xueyan, so Mr. Hu Xueyan was the the richest man of the Qing Dynasty, and that's his house, guys. Just let me know, okay? That the size of the buildings like that, you know, from here to there. And you know, the wall of the rich people back then, they built up high. You know, there's like, you know, because they're rich. So they don't want people to see like what they're doing inside those high wall. Yeah, that's basically what happened here. So you see, like this is back definitely. You know, yesterday people were asking when we went to the Parma Evil Potion Pharma. That's also Roberto. I think that's also, the differences with Western medicine and Chinese medicine. So you know why this guy is so famous. Let me give you an idea, okay? He's running a pharmaceutical business, but the way he's doing started from saving people's life. So I think we need to talk about this, right? So this guy, why he's famous? He's offering different solutions for the regular people. And if you are too broke to save your family or like save your life, to pay for the bill, you can just stay in his company and work until you pay off your bill. And also he's offered lots of help, like back then in a long time ago. We hear in the name of Jesus Christ. That part got me though. Like I don't know how to. Nah, like I'm saying, like back then, like there's like a several job occupation like is like a highly respected in China, which is doctors, teachers. Okay, is by face. I know, but like, can face cure everything? I mean, maybe we shouldn't go that far to that topic, but I'm just saying, like, if you talking to the people really need the help, sometimes they, for example, if you talk to the people that never get in touch with Christianity, they might not think of what you are telling them. They're only thinking about, can I cure my disease or like the illness, right? So for this kind of pharmaceutical, like they're offering the plan, they're offering this kind of solution. And valid point, right? It's just like when we be talking about, like, lots of people when they come to my life, they were asking like why there's no homeless people in China, like why there's like rich or poor people. First of all, who is rich people and who is poor people? How do we define poor and rich? Like for me, I haven't been having the income for almost a year. No, for more than a year, right? Is that considered me as a poor guy? Right? Like, and what are we talking about as a homeless guy? Like, I can also be the spamming you because he can't do this own life. No, I mean, it's okay. We can talk about anything though. I just like, I don't know, like we have so many people come out saying like why there is no homeless people in China. I do think a lot, okay, why do we don't have that? First of all, like for you to having a house in China is definitely not hard, like if you like try to go back to where you belong. But in the big city of China, when you have so many people try to come to this place, even for me, I cannot afford to buy a house in here. I just sold my newly apartment, right? It's not easy because everybody want to come here, but if I try to stay where I came from, I can buy the house. I be thinking a lot, like what should I do as a homeless people? Maybe if you're talking about living on the street as a homeless people, I can do that every day. Like if we be going to so many places, right? I can live on the street every day. Does that count me as a homeless people? Or are we talking about people lose everything by, your life got taken away by other party or like by the bank or whatever? You were broke, you are like bankrupt, you lose everything, you got a drug issue and you cannot maintain your daily life. It's just like when we on the internet, people is very complex, unforeseen consequence, like can put you on the street. Yes, that's also what I mean, Diane. So what if people are going through something? But I would say like the homeless people in China right now, Majority of the time, thank you for the heart rose. Majority of the time is not because you cannot afford. Like, not because you're going through this kind of problem. It's really because you cannot afford, or you try to save them money. We do have homeless people in China, and I tell people every time, like sometimes, like I go to like the new city for the content. I don't want to buy it, like reserve a hotel. I choose to lying down in a park, in a station. Does that count me as a homeless? If that's a homeless, yes, I'm also a homeless people, right? But what should you do if you are a homeless people? Do you have a way out? Can you save your life, by changing your life? I don't know. I be thinking a lot. You see, like I take every comment very seriously. Like people call me stupid, but the thing is, like, I don't know. This is just me. Thank you for the fan. Okay, guys, Rose. I thank you for follow, Maxine. Thank you for the rose. Thank you for rose. Thank you, rose. Thank you. I messed that. I missed that glasses. See, now we are here, and that's the traffic here. Thank you, Rose, for all the gift. Let's go back to this place, okay? So this place is called Wangjiang Gate. Homeless here has a certain connotation here. It's not illegal to be homeless, but some people assume. Right. I think it's just like, if you really care about that issue, then talk to them, maybe help them. I think, but giving people money is also not the solution though. Sometimes it's very complicated. 哥哥早安，哥哥 welcome island， 小岛欢迎。So you see, imagine that's the palace, right? That's the old palace of the Shaosong dynasty, and this is the main street in front of the palace. So this area back then was, very like lots of prosperity here, like proper, like lots of business opportunity, and this is also why the richest people in the Qing dynasty, you want to build up a house, a residence nearby. So let's go from here. Let me try to show you guys, the way to go to the richest man back then, and that guy made a fortune, and that's why people, usually in China like this, being rich, thank you, Renjay, being rich, responsibility, right? So being rich, you need to help the poor. So the reason people 昨天在讨论台湾历史吗？没有，就有人提到，然后我也没有讲很多，就那个视频是吧？ We're here, Adu. We're in Hangzhou City in China. So you see, this is all the old residents, like from, those are the old buildings from 30 years ago. Here, this one is old currency. Of this one we'll call Yuanbao. Thank you to follow Adu Medina. So we call this yuanbao. So it's basically like a gold dumpling, silver dumpling. And we had this road called Yuanbao Street. So this is where, if you like step over it, that means, you will get good luck to make some fortune. And so this is our propaganda. So it's like the 110 is the number that you're calling for the police. So like a neighbor 110. So if you call them, they will try to help. I think this neighborhood should be one of the best neighborhood in China, because lots of the seniors, they got taken care of. Like they also have like a free restaurant, the canteen cafeteria for the seniors, because Remember, this is like lots of old building nearby and lots of seniors live nearby. So seniors, they need a community. Like this one thing, like in China, like senior definitely doesn't have too much time. You know, their family taking care of them so well because all the young generation need to work and they will be pretty busy with their life. So the seniors here, they need some place to go. So when we go there, I think we will see their community restaurant. They have lots of this kind of activity you see for seniors. This one is not that. This like that's their community center. Yes, there's like a court for those Karen fight. you know that it's like a civil incidents. That's their like a local court for Karens, guys. That's that's a court for Karen. So they have this kind of voting system. So if for example, if this Karen, not Karen, I'm sorry, this grandma had a problem with this. If they have the problem together, right? So they will be doing a voting. So they were doing the voting here. Okay, cool. I just know this. Consulting, yeah, consulting. Not consulting. It's just like a voting system. You see people here that all come from community. They're picking up. So there will be like a voting for who's winning the case, who's not. Okay, that's because this is a local community, so it's not that big deal. Think about the heart. It's best to let the regular people have like a very harmony life. Like you don't want like people just fighting every day, right? So they're building up this is a free cafeteria we talk about, Judgment Day, right? So this is a free cafeteria we're talking about. They're having the food now. See, that's how they build up the place. But we literally come here for the building. So remember, this is once the richest man in Qing Dynasty, right? So you see this kind of like curve. I tell people several times, if you're OG, you should be remembering. So this is the representative of the Chinese culture. So you see usually the wall should be this sharp, right? But this area, why they design like this? Why they design like this, like curved, right? Can you go? I can go in, but with the camera is not good. They're opening for you to go, right there, the entrance right there. So this design like this is like a smooth way. So why? Because they try to protect, because back then the alley is too small. So if there's more people, if you're going through here, if the corner is sharp or hurt you, right? It will hurt you. So this is what we call 拐弯抹角 in Chinese culture. 拐弯抹角, sometimes it will be like a little bit extra. But for most Chinese people, like in the ancient time, people don't want to, hurt your feeling. Like most of the time, Chinese people, they're very humble. They don't want to talk too much. Especially, I'm just kind of like a ranting Chinese, okay? I'm just different Chinese. But most of Chinese people, when you're talking bad thing about them, they usually don't try to argue with you. They will try to, because they also don't want to hurt your feeling. But for me, it's different. Like I'm just annoying. So this is our gossip open. No. So this is, you can see from this kind of thing. It's just like 拐弯抹角. 拐弯 means turning a circle, make a turn. And 抹角 is like you have to cover the sharpness in you. That's also representative of Chinese culture, okay? So that's why, like, if you're talking, especially people from the north, okay? Because I came from the south. So south people is, in general, I think we're not that, we don't have so many rules in the south. So people from the south tends to be more straightforward. If you come from the north, sometimes people will be hiding their, sometimes it's like very, energy consuming to listening to the people from the north, because when they speak one sentence, they might talking about this, but they're meaning the other way. So this is also sometimes like it's not formal. It's like they have the hidden message in their sentence. And people from the south, we don't care. Like people from the north, sometimes like because they're, I will admit they have more deeper in the culture. Okay, people in the south, because we're most of our ancestors are coming from the mountain area. We don't have so many like rules. Back then, people are also very hard and not easy to go to the south, right? But people in the north, they have been going through several decades, like several thousand years of the ruling from the empire. So they have this kind of like old system that the way people are talking, they're not talking directly. If they try to send you one message, they're not talking to you directly. It's just like this. They were hidden the sharpness, but sometimes if they hidden the sharpness, people like me, I'm just like, I'm not that smart. I will misunderstand what they're saying. Okay, and I don't know if you guys can understand what I'm talking about, but that's basically yes. Like that's basically how it goes. So this is the community center. Right, ranch. This is like the the free restaurant for uncle aunties, for the awesome AD. Welcome, AD. And that's all. I think this is where all the uncle aunties live here, because this area back then, this whole place is owned by that richest guy. And now the government take part as giving to some local residents. Yeah, that. Oh, what is this? Oh, this is like a donation hall for all the kids in the other city. See, this is where you send your ladders. 5A. It's assisted. No, it's not assisted living. People right here, they are the local people, but I think they got their property in like 5-6 decades ago. It's just like this area. The government also want to maintain some old features, like the old buildings, everything. So they allow people, and that's like a hanging the duck. Yeah, see that? The duck right there. That's all the duck right there. So one like a salted duck is also they salted with the soy sauce. They salted it with soy sauce. Got candy house a go. Oh dear. What? Like that's a duck. They taste good though. It will be a little bit salty. See, living in this area. I'm vegetarian. Okay, yeah. Like I'm sorry, Randy, but people got to eat. Okay, bro. Never mind. That's like that's grandma's underwear. So this is basically where all the seniors still live here. Like, but the property here definitely costs a lot. Think of the hard part. No worries. Yeah, this is like the residential area inside the tourist attraction. So if we keep going, you see, when we come to here, it's even more. You see this Guai Wan Mojiao, the representative of Chinese culture. Especially people from the north or from the ancient time, like they won't be talking you directly. You see, like the corner should be sharp like this, but in Chinese culture, you shouldn't be talking like this. Is to prevent hurting the pedestrians, and this is also what we call 拐弯抹角 in people when people having conversation. We'll try to avoid the part that will hurt your feeling. That's the most Chinese people's culture, not me though. I'm different. I'm just annoying. This That also means, back then the rich people, they don't want you to see what's inside. That's the richest people, Hu Xueyan, okay? He invented lots of business model, okay? He offered all the free ride from the water. And you follow Marco. You guys see there's lots of water town nearby here, right? That hall, yeah, like the higher the hall, the richer they are. And he got lots of wife. The wall is very high. Let's go check out that uncle. For what? Like if I understand what we're talking about. Come on, Sadie, why when you come to China, I didn't see you like try to talk to the random people, right? Next time when you come back, we need to like take a video like when you try to talk to the random people. I need to like post the reaction. So this is the entrance. So I think you have to pay for like the 50 RMB, like $8 to enter. Look at inside here. That's all the blue glasses here. That's like what we call the French blue. The glass they're like a grill it. That's the glass from the French. Okay, I know this one. So back then it's like worth a lot. So this guy is very open. Okay, this is like a very successful businessman. You see. Outside, that's the decoration of the place. I see this. It's the detail of it. Look at that. My favorite book, right? Temple. It's not temple. It's where Hu Xueyan lived, Renjie. This is the richest man of Qing Dynasty, though, and he's what used to be like this mogul of Chinese pharmaceutical industry. That's his own mansion, okay? If you see here, look at this. That's all the decoration. Yeah, late Qing Dynasty. He was a baller. And if we go inside, he's even having a telephone in Qing Dynasty. He's very open with business. I think most of the entrepreneur from Zhejiang province, okay? Which area, has the earliest, making the biggest business in overseas as Chinese. That's from Wenzhou. Wenzhou is from Zhejiang province too. So Zhejiang province do have lots of entrepreneurs. I told you guys we have lots of small business owners. The reason why, why Zhejiang can rise up so quickly in the real recent decades is because people from Zhejiang really don't, most of my Qing was the last, yes. So I mean, for all the new learner guys, you guys just need to remember 4 dynasty, okay? Song Yuan Ming Qing. So Song dynasty, that's where the capital city is, okay? The Song dynasty is occupied by the Ming dynasty, Yuan dynasty. Yuan is Mongolia power from Genghis Khan, and Ming is, is the Han people retake the throne. You're in China, Mia? Yeah, welcome. We have more people here. And Qing dynasty is also from the north, from Manchu. Cool, welcome, Mia. See, like aunties coming here. We have like a traveler here. Song Yuan Ming Qing, yeah, it's starting from Song dynasty and Yuan dynasty and Ming dynasty and Qing dynasty. I'm gonna have like to follow how interesting. I'm gonna follow Mia. Where are you from? Are you from like Las Vegas? I had the red scarves. Yeah, sometimes for aunties they will have this kind of like a unified dress code. Las Vegas, welcome, Mia. Welcome. This whole place. So at the front, you also get to see this. I don't know if should we go inside. Maybe we can go inside too. Let me try if we can go inside. Quiet down? No, it's impossible, Steve. One thing about Chinese auntie, you cannot argue with them. There's one time I almost got into a fight with 10 aunties on that mountains, okay? Because, you know, they will raise up like that, you know, that's like the culture here. You know, it doesn't mean like they're like being rude. That's just way they express themselves, okay? Like you cannot argue with them, okay? There's one time, you know, Lorraine, you know, I brought Lorraine and kids and my parents to that Shenxianju, you know, Xianju mountain. And there's like I have my equipment and I bump into a auntie, and I didn't even bump into them. I was standing there, they bump into me, and they were talking about why you bring so many stuff here. And I was just saying like, look, I'm just standing here. And then, you know, after I replied them, there's like 10 more aunties coming at me, and they're just like talking like so look at that. I think maybe we can go inside because I have to pay to get in.哎，要我进去可以拍吗？可以拍的是吧 ？OK， 好的好。你支付宝可以直接付钱啊。支付宝直接付钱是吧？哦。那我就直接刷在这是吧？对。你不是做直播是吧？对对对。如果是做直播，就那边去写一下啊。要写一下是吧？我是海外的直播。那也行，你就写。也可以的是吧？啊 ，OK OK 啊 OK 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 啊，they're saying like you can do the live stream, but you have to sign your name here. Hold on, let me sign my name here. But they actually allow us to do this, which is good. 好的。好了，然后支付宝付款码，直接刷就可以了。对，这个方便一点。好了是吧 ？OK。欢迎入园。It's 20 RMB, $3, guys, $3, which is good. This area actually allow you to do the live stream. Okay, cool. So now, guys, we enter, guys. Tap the chat. So here, most of the place now I'm feel more free, guys. Sometimes I try to stay low. Repose MoMA. So you see audio guide deposits free lease. So you can just lease it, scan the QR. This is for you to the audio guide. So you can just put it in your ear like that. And this one is for the badge. Okay, from here. So you can like everything in here. We just scan the QR code and you pay for it. And now you see here. The step, okay, the step, you have to overstep. Like one thing about the step, okay, door step in China, if you're like 男左女右, so if you're a guy, using your left foot. If you're a lady, use your right, okay. What's the red ones? That's a badge. That's a badge for this area, like collecting the badge. Sometimes people come here collecting the gift, right? So that's for the badge. That's different, right? Look at this place outside. So guys, this is literally, that's a Rolls Royce back then. Okay, that's their transportation cargo, right? Back then. Thank you for that heart, Latricia. Just beautiful, right? Look at this. You know, the ceiling is blue. The ceiling? Which ceiling? This ceiling is not blue. Now let's take a look out here. Very nice, and that is page. That's they carry you in like you guys don't know that? I mean, you guys see the C drama, right? Didn't you see the C drama, Sadie? So back then the rich people will have at least 4 to 8 people, or like even this is one for the horse. So people were sitting inside it, and the horse were leading the way, right? And rich people, that's rich people's Mercedes, okay? And I think that's where you get your information registered. That's just in like 300-400 years ago. That's a late Qing dynasty. Look at a wall here. Look at the wall here. This right now they set up just like a museum. It's just like they call it like an old residence of Mr. Hu Xuyan. So the owner back then was the richest man in late Qing dynasty. So in China, like it has been the tradition. So the businessman and the government power need to be separated. So you can be the richest man of the dynasty, but you cannot involve into the power. So as we enter the space, I think I need to give you guys a background about the space. So Mr. Hu Xuyan, he's very successful businessman, entrepreneurs, right? He make his way to the top by starting his pharmaceutical company and offering this, back then is also the hospital. He helped lots of people, cure their disease and illness. Thank you for following Moma. That's why he got remembered by the regular people. But how did he fall, right? How did he, his end of the year is very miserable, okay? He died in a very cold bed in a very small room. He used to be like have 15 wives. Thank you for the heart, Mia. Thank you for joining the team. Yeah, guys, don't forget to send 100 to join the team, okay? He used to be having so many wives, okay? Or like a concubine, right? Concubine, cucumber, not cucumber, concubine. But at the end of his life, there's only one wife that stayed with him, when he passed away. The problem is he touched the power. Okay, he touched the power. He tried to get involved in the political world, and he support one power that, got destroyed. Concubine, right? Thank you for the escort, Moma. So look, this is where everything started. But this guy made the good fortune. It all started with, he just want to save people's life. And as you can see, now we're in Hangzhou city, right? We also have so many different area nearby that back then, most of the place in the south of China were having this water town, right? How many people saw the water town with me recently, like type 1 here? So water town used to be the main, he lost his way, yes. I will expand more when we go inside. Okay, there are more things to talk about, but for now, it's like, the way he started his business by purely trying to help people, because back then, 400-500 years ago, people are not so, when you get a disease, sometimes very vital already. It's not that easy to cure, I think Western medicine is very effective, but for Chinese medicine, sometimes it takes time for the effect. But Chinese medicine is also talking about, this kind of like a long-term maintenance of your body. It's not only for like short-term, like solving solution, like quick, efficient. 你好, welcome, Shishi. Here is like, the way the Chinese medicine helping your body is to maintain. So lots of natural things. Yes, it's all because it's all from the herb. But back then, the poor people still cannot cure their disease or illness. So that's why, like when he make like a big business with this, first he offered a free ride, not this ride, okay? He offered a free shuttle water bus. What does that mean? So every city nearby, including Shaoxing, Jiaxing, this kind of place, we were just come back from the other water town. Like there's several water town nearby. So back then the water canal is all connected. Yeah, he have the hospital here. Thank you for the heart, Dr. Lotus. Thank you. He have the hospital here, but he set up the rule like, where's my wonton soup? Outside we can find wonton soup. And we follow Morgan. So he offered a free shuttle bus to all the patients that are like nearby, like 3-4 different cities. That also means you have more customers coming, right? You will offer that's all free. Like if you're taking the service, you can come here, without any problem. You can just like come here for free. And then if you cannot afford, like they will try to treat you, like give you the medicine, like a prescription first. They will give you the chance to see, because when the Chinese medicine doctor looking at your illness, they try to hold your vein like this. Let me show you guys this, okay? They will try to do this. So usually if you go to the Chinese medicine doctor, they'll be hold your vein. This is the first step. When they hold your vein, they will know your disease. They will know which part of your body have the problem. To me, that's still like very mysterious, but like usually if you don't have like family member like got cured or like going like really got like successfully cured from Chinese medicine, you won't be believing this. But my mom back then had a very serious disease, and she got recovered by the Chinese medicine. So I'm not saying like Chinese medicine can save you like everything, but most of the time for long-term maintenance, Chinese medicine is really good. Okay, so back here, so they will offer the free shuttle bus, water bus, free boat ride for the customers from all over the place, like the whole main area, like 3-4 different cities, to come here to take the we fix problem, the evil government could do it. We will talk about this later, okay? So the way he's doing business. So he offered this service, and then what if people cannot pay? Because there's like in the ancient China, there's still lots of poor people that they cannot feed themselves, like they cannot survive. So they will offer them job opportunity. See, look, you don't have to pay me right away. You need to be a good person, and you can also learn how to be a doctor. We'll try to teach you. We'll try to train you to help others. And when you find your way to learn, when you become a doctor, and you can pay me back later. So this is how he was so successful. And he's not only doing the hospital, okay? He's also selling, doing lots of trade. You see this kind of glass he imported from France, that he's also doing lots of international trade. But his roots is this pharmaceutical company. And he made his name by helping the regular people and giving people the chance of life, right? People sometimes just like survive from the illness. That's why he got lots of reputation. But when we come to here, right? And let's go to morning, Marvin, welcome. But the way he's also setting up lots of principle of doing a business, because imagine 400-500 years ago, he already give this kind of system that you can recommend the people that you think he's, if you're working for the company here, if you think some of your family, like friends, family, got the talent of doing some kind of business, you can also introduce them to the company. But you have to bear the consequences with him. For example, if the guy you introduced to the company, he did good, you guys, both of you, got a raise. Reward. But if the guy you invited causing problem to the company, if he has to go, you have to go with him. I've been there. My brother was like an architect. Oh, Reproxy, where are you from? So this is the major place of this area, okay? Yeah, you guys know this whole place, that different room, bro, I'm joking, I wish. Okay, 100%, okay, cool, it's fine. So you guys see, this is like one interesting part of this building, okay? Look at this space, guys, look at this space. This looks a little bit sus, right? So in Chinese architecture, we're also talking about feng shui. So the way you place your place, your house, the way even in your living room, in your bedroom, the way you put your back, okay, the window, what kind of direction they're facing. It's all this kind of like a knowledge behind it, because people believe the feng shui is talking about the energy flowing in your room. So if you have good energy flowing in your room, you will make a good fortune, you can make money, you can have like a longer life, longevity. But you see this area, it used to be a whole rectangle area, right? But this space got a problem. You know why? Because when he built up this whole area, he bought the old property from the regular people, right? He paid them well to get the space, the land. But only this owner of the land, he refused to get money. No matter how much money he offered, that guy refused. That guy doesn't want the money, just want to have the space. But then, you know, Mr. Hu Xuan said, look, it's okay, look, like, because he doesn't want to force him to go. So he said, you can have your space. And then people, you know, if you're superstitious enough, people are saying this corner actually ruined his feng shui. Does that make sense? Because this one guy just don't want to move. No matter how much money he paid, he just don't want to move. So people are saying this part ever fall 100%. Yeah, people are saying this corner actually, you know, ruined the flow. People, because he didn't own it. No, it's just like, you know, for a whole feng shui, you need to have like a whole rectangle. So if there's like one missing piece, yeah, he will got a problem. He's got every treasure. But you see, he had like this kind of. We'll go inside. We'll see the lake. You know, the fake rock nearby. Hey, squeeze will come. I mean, Hu Xueyuan is definitely, you know, he have his taste. Okay, we will see, you know, how the rich people enjoy his life here. Let's keep going here. And doorstep, remember. How many people remember the rule of the doorstep? Okay, this guy, like, it's okay. So, yeah, I try to tell you guys, the doorstep of all the Chinese ancient building, back then, we had the rule, okay? If you're a guy, you step on your left. If you're a girl or lady, you step on your right. Yes, you're correct, Moma. So you see that's the entrance, right? And this is how the rich people, this kind of like a sandalwood, that's all the sandalwood out the right. Yeah, I mean, more than people doesn't care, Diane. More than people doesn't care. Why? It's just like a ritual. It's just like, you know, there's like a different rule for the different genders in long time. Oh, we'll just trip over. And you have to remember, back then, woman doesn't have too many rights, okay? The wives... No, it's just like, you know, we have to be honest. Like, back then, the woman doesn't have too many... he's yeah. So look at the decoration here, the carve, guys, the carve. That's all come from the mythology, Chinese mythology, and also we have to talk about Chinese mythology, right? Chinese mythology usually coming Mulan. Yeah, Mulan is from Ming Dynasty though. Oh no, Mulan is actually from Song Dynasty. So you guys know the Mulan story, right? Mulan is definitely just coming from Song Dynasty. The palace of South Song is across the street here. So look at this. Look at this door. So that's the... See, that's all the decoration here, guys. That's all the decoration here. Amazing, right? We will try to talk about the more detail there. People are here, so I will talk about that. Yeah, people are talking about this. You see, like back then, if you try to go into the door, you have to knock it. But how do you knock the door? You're holding the power. So you see, there's like a fist on this ring, right? The door ring. So we're talking about. Let's go there. This is how back then you try to knock the door, like this, right? Why there's a fist? So fist in Chinese, we call it quan. Shou, that's shou, right? That's hand. Hand is shou. This is fist, that's quan. So when you're holding the ring, that means you 手握大权. Quan is also fist, is also pronounced similar to power. So when you have a fist holding the door ring, that means you're holding the power. See? So every detail, look, one thing about Chinese ancient architecture, there's like a detail everywhere. There's details everywhere. Even from the doorstep, like the door, when you knock it, they design like this. Rich people family, they will have a fist holding it. So it means you're holding the power. Right? Now you see, that's one of the richest family house here. Look at this. Thank you for popping out, Diane. And for the detail of this, I might need to do more research, but it's mainly come from the mythology story. Thank you for the heart, Alicia. Yeah, guys, don't forget to send one heart to John team if you like the content. Okay, we need your help, or like send good evening, Alicia. Yeah, I think we need to go that way first. Let's keep going. Okay, units. Yeah, you guys have any question, you can also ask me, okay? For teaching us Chinese. Thank you, AK Media. Thank you for coming. So look, so the rich people will have enough space in their yard, okay? That's how the richest people in Qing Dynasty, they're doing. You know, they have the lecture live here. That's a fake mountain. So usually, you know, why in the, you know, in the backyard of this rich people, they will have this kind of fake mountain. So mountain, water, and they're very important. Mountain and water, they're very important. Thank you for the heart, Angelina. Mountain and water, they're very important to the culture. Like if you see lots of Chinese painting, there's a combination where it's a mountain, river, oceans, right? So when you have like a mountain in your backyard, that also means you own some kind of land, okay? It's like, and those kind of stones usually they're taking from the Taihu Lake. So Taihu Lake is a lake in between the Shanghai and Hangzhou, you know, Suzhou, Jiangsu province and Zhejiang province, near Suzhou. Look at this. Look at the detail of this page. We're not lagging, right, guys? We're not lagging. See, holding the power. No, we're not lagging, Sadie. Okay. Not that cool. Look at this building. Beautiful, right? Those blue back then, like 300-400 years ago, those kind of glass tea imported from France. Till today, still looking good, right? Still looking good. Look at this. Still looking good. Very beautiful. Glitching now? Are we glitching now, guys? Are we lagging, guys? Are we lagging? Welcome ASAP, Baby Dragon, Action. We're lagging now. Go to a different place. What about now? Are we back? Are we back now? So those are the medicine back then they were selling. Are we back? Are we back? We're good now? Yeah, those are the prescription, guys. Oh, that's the accounting book that how you're receiving. Yeah, there's a counting book. Book of accounting. And this is the still here. Lecture. So lagging. Would be a good book. Yeah. I mean, it's just like when you got enough money, like sometimes you just want to try to get the power, but when you try to get power, it'll be dangerous. Like in China, because we've been through so many history already, so we know the importance. Like, you cannot have the power handed to the people who have the money. Think of the heart. Beat Chris, Beetle Chris, welcome. So this is another backyard, okay. Beautiful inner garden. You see the fake mountain inside the inner garden? It's also the symbol of, this kind of, they will just try to create this kind of mini world here. But it's just funny, like you see outside there's like a residential area. There's actual people living nearby, like people hanging their shoes right there. Welcome, guys. Look at this place. Where are you just joined? What do you mean, where are you? This is Hangzhou city, right? This is where I live. See, back then kids will be playing hide and seek in this kind of fake mountain. Now they try to, prevent people climbing. Welcome, Coco. They try to prevent people climbing, so they block this place. But back then, this is where, if you're growing up in this space, you'll be playing here. And those are all the stone from the Taihu Lake. So all the fake stone in the Chinese South Garden, it's from Taihu Lake. Taihu is a very big lake that in between Jiangsu province and Zhejiang province. Is this a museum? No, it's an old residence of the richest man in Qing Dynasty. But now we make this as like a museum and a park. I think it's also it's just like a museum, yes. See, another fake mountain. Huge fake mountain right here. See? I mean, if you come to China, you get to see we preserve lots of places here. The history is very important for sure. It was addicted to mountain. Steve, if you go to enough, Chinese park, garden, this is in Hangzhou, Sarah. Mountain is a very important element, okay, the Chinese garden. So the more garden in China you go to, especially if you go to Suzhou Garden, you will find out there's mountains, fake mountains everywhere. If you got the money, you will have that, and you will need to have that. When you invite the people to your home, you need a garden, you need a tree. You see all those friends, glass. Do you have a rat issue in China in the street house? Is that all the old street are like old building, they will have that, but now in big city we barely have that because we definitely try our best to eliminate them. I think especially in 90s. Love her coat. Yeah. Look at this. That's one belt he bought from a Japanese businessman. Okay. Lots of like rich people, they try to bring back the artifacts that overseas. No, I think for rat, if you try to really eliminate them, you still can, but it takes you lots of energy, spending, investment. You definitely need like to spend your energy to do that. And here back then we also have like a heavy rat issue, but now I think you barely hear people talking about it. No rats in my neighborhood because the fox eat them. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, if you have like a fox, I think in a big city like New York, where I live, do have a lot of like big rats, like a rat, like a cat, as big as a cat, bro. Look at this big. Let me go through here like one more time, guys. So can you imagine like 300-400 years ago? We're going through this kind of place. It's a beautiful view. And the decoration, no fish. This one, they doesn't have fish because I think they just like they just dredging this place. I think if we go to the main, they have a main garden here. They have the fish. Now, like even if they had the fish, as the employer, they're in charge of it. It's like a maple tree. And look at this rooftop, guys. Let me go to that area. I will try to tell you why this place is well designed, okay? One thing about Chinese garden, everywhere it's designed, well designed, okay? So you see here, this kind of shape, like what do you think of, what do you, like, this kind of shape, like can it remind you of something? Thai flower? Are we lagging now, guys? Are we lagging? Dragon, right? So this is a representative of dragon. It's a Chinese dragon. So you will have this in your room, okay, in your backyard. So you basically a perfect garden. You need to have all the good elements that give you the energy, okay, for the ancient Chinese rich man. This is what you do, like this. You will have this kind of dragon decorated. You see the fang, everything. And as you can see, there's try to tell you this is the dragon head. This house is a dragon head, and that's the dragon body. But you cannot see the dragon tail, because what? Because the real dragon, you only see its head and body, but you never see the dragon tail. Okay, in Chinese we call 神龙见首不见尾. So the real dragon, if you ever encounter it, you will only see his head, because his body will be hiding behind. Are we lagging now, guys? Are we losing people? Gone crazy lucky. That's a bamboo leaf shovel. Thank you. Are we still here? I think like we lost the signal. Come and goes. That's definitely not good. You mean ex-owner have the family? Owner have family? No, look. This house back then he got sold because the richest man in Qing Dynasty, he tried to touch power. He sponsored a party that later, got into huge trouble. And Li Hu, welcome Li Hu, I see you. 那个什么时候见一下 so yeah, it's just like in China sometimes we always try to divide the businessman with the political figure, but this guy he tried to touch power, so that got him into trouble. And this guy actually only owning this place no more than 10 years, okay, right? He lost everything during his late life, and he actually died very miserably in a very small tiny room on a cold bed. 信号都不好是吧？啊，怪不得。See, Li Hu is telling me like the signal here is not good. Bro, the signal is not good, guys. Do we have good signal here?
没有，刚刚过来的路上有一个园子，朝你说要过。
Are we lagging? I know the finger hurt, told me. At the moment, is it okay at the moment? Okay, good. But today is actually, the weather is good. With his faithful wife at his side. Yeah, Diane, you remember that, right? Yes, he passed away, but he had like 15 wives, but one of his wife that always have faith in him. And signal's good. Oh, Danny, welcome. Thank you. Let me just stay here for a little bit more. We'll see his, his wife and all the room of his concubine later. Let's take a look at inside. Let's take a look at inside here. Decent. He had descendants like they're all like out over like overseas right now. They're not in mainland. It's actually before he collapsed. Okay, before he collapsed, what he did is like he sent his certain like he still has some fortune, so he divided to like 15 pieces, and sent each one of them, let them bring the kids to run away from the empire, but only one wife stick around until his last breath. Okay, and that's also we'll see her room later. It's just like he's a very responsible guy. He even at the last breath, like he will try to settle down his family, but his decency is not here. Like they already all over this. They're no longer in China. That's right. So this is a hall of the elegance. The hall is commonly known as the new 7-room hall. This is actually the living room where he invited all the guests. That's his living room where he invited all the guests. And that's the chair back then people, sit down. And this kind of chair you see, they also have this kind of like jade at the center. That's a jade stone. And they even putting the paint on the jade. Look at that.
里喝茶，对，茶室，哇，一定。然后这里是会客啊，办公的。
That's the tea room.
简单谈点事情。对。啊，旁边也可以喝喝茶。第二换一个这样的这里面，神经。啊，然后茶喝完了。
Are we still lagging?
茶喝完吗
Let me know if you're lagging, guys. Let me know if you're lagging. Where he buried? He buried in a very no-name place, like by his wife. That his late life is definitely not good. Like he just touched. Yeah, like it's like he shouldn't be touching the power. Yeah, like you see aunties talking about, yeah, people are like that. Like if they're like making a big business, like they'll always try to touch power. That's true though. Yeah, people are talking about his kid. Those aunties, they're talking about like, where's his kid? Look at the decoration on this window. Auntie with the skirt.
和厨会客厅。
So this is the Buddha's, the Guanyin Hall. You guys know Guanyin, right? How many people know who's Guanyin right now, today in the chat room? Do I need to explain for who's Guanyin? Yeah. So this is a room where his mom, his mother is a very sincere Buddhist follower. Yes, please, Ray. I think I remember, like I explained this server. Guanyin is a Buddhist deva. Okay, it's basically just like a representative of Buddhism culture. You guys know Buddha invented Buddhism, but Guanyin is this kind of representative, and people also compare her to the Holy Mother, the goddess of mercy, compassion. One thing about Guanyin, okay, we've been to so many places that have Guanyin standing there. You see, most of people, like when they see Guanyin, they will try to offer in the praying. Guanyin is this kind of, it's just like, I give people example, okay? It's just like your grandma, okay? When you suffer the most, when you're going through something, you try to talk to your grandma, the grandma will give you power. And Guanyin is also like that kind of character. When you're going through something, illness, when you're in some trouble, when you're too pressured in your life, you would try to, praying to Guanyin, asking for the blessing. And that's why very important to this Buddhism culture, because for Buddhism, it's never about they won't be forcing you to believe in Buddhism, but Buddhism culture is always talking about you need to go with the flow, endure the pain, and you need to find the peace in your life. Guanyin is this kind of character that always help the world. Like Buddha is a creator of the Buddhism, but Guanyin is this kind of like a spokesperson. And Guanyin started, Buddhist Deva first come from India. He was a guy before he became Buddhist Deva, but when he became a Buddhist Deva, there's no gender anymore. Are we still here, guys? Are we lagging? Are we lagging, guys? Are we lagging? Are we lagging? Are we still here? Are we lagging? There's some lag. Oh, I don't know. How about now? Are we good? We're back? But in Spanish. Oh. Is this connection better? Good, beautiful place here, Leland. So yeah, Guan Yin is this kind of character of, is a representative of Buddhism culture. So Buddha created the Buddhism culture, but Guan Yin is actually more popular and famous because Guan Yin, her duty is to solve the problem. And Guan Yin Bodhisattva is actually doesn't have the gender. Yeah, the very first guy become Bodhisattva, he was a guy, but after he become Bodhisattva, there's no gender anymore. So you would leave it with. But people still picturing him as a her, okay, because she represents compassion and mercy. So people think, if her figure representing human body should be in like that encouragement. So, but this area, why is like appear in this mansion of the richest man, right? Because Hu Xueyan, his mother was a very sincere Buddhism follower. So he built this place for his mother only. He treated his mother so well, and all the things here is heavily decorated, and also spend lots of money. All the wood and all the wood they're using here is unmatchable. Right, he built this place for his mother. And when you come to like a Buddhism hall, like you will always have this kind of box that you can get putting in the ladder into it, and you will like money, everything. And let's keep going. And this is the restroom. All this information, Alex. It's okay. Thank you for coming, guys. If you like the content, don't forget to like and follow, guys. If you can send 100 to join the team, that will be very helpful to the channel, guys. We need your help to grow the channel. All the details here, look at that. Open the box and take a look, bro. What is it? Oh, this is where you get the stamps. So now, for each tourist attraction, they will also give you this kind of like a stamp, like you collecting them, like that from here. Look at this place. Look at this place. Ooh, so this is the basement where the rich people may be stocking all those silvers and gold. It's in this room. You see, and that's the shelf, everything. I think there's also one of his like a living room here. Zongo, welcome everybody. Look at this place. And you guys want to see his picture? That's actually his picture. This is the guy, Mr. Hu Xueyan himself. This is the guy back then. once the richest person in Qing Dynasty. Are we lagging now? Don't tell me we're lagging now. Are we lagging, guys? Are we lagging now? Bro, are we lagging? It's like a good place to having the view though. It's okay. No, we're not lagging? Cool. Yeah, don't forget guys, if you like the content, we can send one heart to join the team. We back, Alicia? Okay, yeah guys, I just try to show you guys a picture of the guy, okay? That's the picture of the guy. Look at here. That's the picture of the guy. Look at that. That's the richest man of Qing Dynasty. That's the richest guy of Qing Dynasty. Look at this place. The mustache. Right. Look at all those gold decoration. I don't think they're gold. They're purely gold. I don't think so. But they look nice. Look at that place. Bro, I think we're still lagging a little bit. Yeah, I mean, should I keep moving and go to heart, Alicia? Keep going. And this is the water tank. Are we still lagging, guys? Yeah, people throw. Maintain must be challenging. Yes. Actually, yes. We're not lagging. Cool. Let's keep going there. Look at this place. Glass panels are. Yeah, he spent a lot of time on those glass. We lost Gunner. 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 Oh, we have been here before. Yes, like that's also like what he traded. He traded all the silk and the tea for that. I mean, basically, you know what pushed him to the top later. Think of the heart, right? Is a trade. Okay, trade is always, you know, more helpful. You know, when you try to make more money. He made his most fortune later by trade. He started his business by opening. Yeah, he's a hustler. By opening a pharmaceutical company. Look at that. It's a lion, like 100 lion building. Oh, Cilantro is here. Welcome, Cilantro. And this place. Big dining room, I think, is on the other side. We're still like just 30% of this place, I think. You're not showing up long life against Cilantro for real. You cannot even find like a red circle, Cilantro. Bro, lantern in the gift shop. You see all the lanterns also different shape, right? I mean, guys, actually my account do have some problem. Like I've been thinking about changing account. I mean, because this account now we also don't have any like subscriber anymore. I might need to start another account because my account definitely have an issue right now. That I couldn't even get like this. Like after I finished my tour guide exam,